I really ask myself, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, yeah.
And then more times than that, I say, congratulations. Woo. Congratulations.
For taking that leap of faith. What's up? What's up?
Hello, hello, hello.
Ooh, we back.
It feels so good to be back in this space with you, Eric.
It does, though.
You know, I'm Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year, y'all.
Year 2023, we in here.
We in here.
We are back. We are excited to return every week. This is the Hung Up Pod live show.
Yes.
And
I am Tony Purnell. I'm your homie, I'm your brother, and I am your friend, other known as the light worker. You know, just shine a little bit like wherever I go.
There's a lot of light in here tonight.
Come on, now this is what I'll be talking about as far as the lights.
Oh, is this a
producers? These are the lights that I'll be talking about.
We're in a different space tonight.
You know, give it to me, y'all know the space is a little slightly different, but
just a little slightly
same
different.
vibe.
Yes, same home, different room.
Same home, different room. I like that.
What's up,
I
y'all?
like that.
I'm Eric, AKA Life Coach Eric, AKA Tennis Bay. And it's so nice to be here with you.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody, to another week of Hung Up Pod Live. We are your happy hour duo.
Your happy hour duo.
Speaking of happy hour, little birdie told me we have a happy hour special coming up, but we're not going to say too much.
Oh, I was going to say, we going there. Okay. I said, we going there. Okay, but yes.
Just be on the lookout. We have coined ourselves as your favorite happy hour duo, so you know we think it's important that we follow through.
Absolutely.
So just be on the lookout for us. Remember, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications.
Absolutely.
And you'll see us every Monday at 7.
You know that I'm glad you brought that point up. Hit the subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit that bell. Okay? And you know what to do, producers. Okay, hit that bell. We want y'all to be up to date after our winter break because it's full steam ahead now. Okay.
It really is.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
How are you, Tony? What's up?
I feel good.
What space are you in tonight? What's going on with you?
Well, this weather, I'm not feeling. I hate the rain. You know, sugar melts in the rain, so I'm not trying.
Brown sugar to be specific, because some of it is bleached.
You know, but brown sugar lump up a little bit. It don't all melt, but
is that what happens? Because the older we get, moles just be popping up out of nowhere.
I think so.
That brown sugar just be lumping up.
I think so. You know, but yeah, I don't like the rain, but we're here.
Really?
No, I hate it.
Would you believe I'm like the total opposite?
You like the fucking rain? Is that what it is? When the rain is,
what just happened?
I'm getting him because he always do this to me.
I have not done this to you this episode at least.
Well, I got ahead of you.
Nah, when I was a kid, I was always, whenever it was raining, I was outside playing in the rain. So, like, as an adult, I do appreciate the rain.
Okay, cool. Okay. Rain down on me.
Let your love just fall like rain.
Oh, Eric trying to sing. Anyways,
don't be having me feel away, Tony.
No, I love it. I love your voice. You got a good throat.
Are you done?
I really do. I love it. So.
Are you done with your check-in?
Let's do our favorite segment.
Can I do my check-in? You're not going to ask me how I'm
doing? Oh my God. Oh. Eric, it feels.
We were just together.
We ain't been in this space in a while. Forgive me. Eric, so how are you? How you doing?
We coming back.
Yeah, we got to get back into the swing of things.
Order.
Decency and in order.
Nah, I'm good. This is that time of the year. I feel like when tax time come around, it's the same time that I pull out my resume. I always tell people, this is resume shape-up time. Don't wait until you're looking for a job. Me and Keith, like, we were talking about some shit before the camera started rolling. Don't wait till you start looking for a job to spruce up your resume. I always tell people, start of the year, pull that resume out. You about to put
have it ready.
Out. Go ahead and update it. Because this is the time. People are looking. And then I think, again, in the fall, it's like prime time. So, at least here in Philly, I believe so.
Did you set any New Year goals for yourself?
Yeah,
So new employment, new job.
I don't want to say all that because you never know. It might be ears in the cornfield. But I'm going to just say, you know, when you gotta. Oh, you never know. You gotta. It could be prospects out there. I think a lot of us get comfortable in our positions.
Exactly.
And for all you know, it could be better out there for you, better pay. You just never know. Just because
Time
you're in
in
a
the
good
fields.
situation, don't mean you can't have a better situation.
I agree.
You never know.
Always strive for a little better.
That's all I'm trying to do in 2023.
Thank you for checking in. I appreciate
Thank you for allowing me to check in.
I almost forgot you, but we back. We got to get back into this. We've been going for a little bit,
How long has it been?
about 6 weeks.
Oof.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been a little bit. But
thank
we
y'all
back.
again for keeping up with us. Remember, subscribe, hit that notification button.
Yes.
And so we missed y'all. We got the live audience is all the way live tonight. Like
They up in here.
up in here.
What's up, y'all?
Rain or shine. Rain or shine. We're going to represent. And this is the type of love that has constantly been pouring out to Hung Up Pod Live.
This is the community. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for your support.
Fine ass niggas.
What you say? Say it loud for the camera.
Fine ass niggas.
Oh, okay. All right, fine.
In the whole room.
All right now.
So,
Let's go to our favorite segment of the show, our hung up hang-ups. And if you don't know what a hung up, come on, Mark. This is our favorite segment. We're going to have our little special music, the hung up hang-up episode, the segment of our episode. When you hung up, I'm feeling it. I'm on like cloud, I'm hung up. But when I'm hanging it up, I was like, bitch, moving on, next caller. Okay? When we talk about, I'm hung up on this thing, I'm lifted up. But when I'm hanging up, next.
Come on for being lifted.
Okay? And so we're gonna give y'all a couple hang-ups, and we're gonna tell y'all what we feel like tonight.
Yeah. So, you ready to get into that?
Yeah, let's start. Let's get into it.
So, we will drop the video so y'all could, a little snippet, so y'all can see at home what we're talking about.
A complaint. So, instead of you bringing me my food or answering the phone, you decided just to keep it and eat it. Give me my food. The one that's open too, I want my drink, I want all that.
I did try to look for you.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I screen recorded the whole thing, sir.
But this first video went viral. This young woman literally rode up on her DoorDash driver, tearing her food up. And she proceeded to wear him out on camera. And she recorded the entire incident.
Give me my food.
Give me my food.
The stuff that's open too. Give it to me. Yes, she did.
Are you hung up or are you hanging up?
You know what? Actually, I'm hung up. I'm hung up. I'm gonna hang up again because I think she should have dragged his ass a little bit more.
How so?
One, he was one of the cousins, of the lighter complexion, and I don't. Did they show her? I don't think they show her in the video because
just her hand.
Just her hand. Okay, so she was one of our cousins, but it was the other cousins. Yeah. I think just the mere fact of that alone, she should have dragged his ass even more. I was like, oh no, she ain't do the most. I want her to do more, so I'm hanging up on that. I want a homegirl to drag him because had it been one of us eating their fucking food, eating their fucking food, I'd have been like, oh hell no. So no, I'm hanging up. I want her to drag him more.
I'm hanging up too, Tony. People were in the comments like, yo, why would she take the food? Why would she continue to let him eat?
It's my shit. You open that? Oh, give it to me. give me that too, right there.
No, I'm not going to eat it.
And my drink.
You're not going to continue to
That's
eat
what she said.
The stuff that I paid for.
And my drink. Give it to me.
She was like, you were just there. If you was hungry, why you ain't get something to eat?
And you not answering my calls, my texts? Oh, this why? Because you eat my shit.
Outside our house. Like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, he could at least just not went to the house.
He went to the house.
And parked. What the fuck?
But
what you say? Hello? Shit.
But let me ask the audience, to me, this shit happens more often than we probably think it does.
It probably do.
How many times have Uber Eats, somebody pick up my shit, and then miraculously, the order is canceled. But you was just on your way. How to order?
Because they got hungry along the way.
They got hungry along the fucking way. And this whole shit with the bikes, you pull up in a damn Caprice or a fucking Chevy Tahoe or some shit. It's not a bike.
Oh, they say they riding the bike.
Everybody say they riding a bike. They not registering their vehicles. Uber Eats, y'all need to come on.
Or the drivers.
Tyrone
supposed to be dropping off my stuff, but me.
Somebody else getting out the car. It'd be 3 people in the car dropping your shit off.
No, that's why you got to stay strapped. Absolutely the fuck not.
And I need my food all in the bag. If you hand me a cup that was just sitting in your cup holder that you could have just easily no, I'm not drinking that. I need my shit. Shout out to McDonald's because they will put all your shit in the bag and seal it. You could barely get in that bitch.
Hello.
Y'all eat McDonald's?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Look.
I don't know. I don't eat it.
You like the girls eat McDonald's? Listen, every time you support McDonald's, you are supporting black businesses. The buns and the muffins come from a black-owned bakery.
Yes, they do. I did see that.
It's a black-owned family
A
bakery.
big ass and long time they've been doing
So,
that.
just so y'all know.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out for the first hang up. You know.
for the first
Thank
one.
y'all. Come on. The Black Business Bureau, the BBB, not the Black Business Bureau.
Wow. So you ready to get into this next one?
Oh, yeah.
We made
Let's
a lot of
talk about it.
noise.
Let's talk about this second one.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and roll the tape, and we get right back.
Invited me out on the first date, which I don't even know him from a can of paint. He wasn't my type, but he took me to Putt Shack. And that was really, really fun. We was putting, had some little mini golf, you know. It was cool. I was the winner, of course. Look, boom, 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 boom. Malik, you already know. Then he took me to City Winery. City Winery was cool. They had some really good food. I ate. They had a live band. Then I ate some duck quesadillas, and that was cool. We smashed our burgers. Them burgers was fire. Then we had some wine, and then he took me home, and then we started painting, and it was really, really cool. But wasn't interested. He had to go. Not my type.
So Tony, you hung up or you hanging up?
The audacity, the caucasity, actually. That was I was so hurt. I was hurt for homeboy. Like what?
And to me, it was a good date. Like he was intentional about planning out. They had multiple activities. They went from one place to the next. They did some painting. They ate, burgers.
That shit caught me off guard. He told me watch to the end. I said, "Oh my God."
Let me tell you something.
What?
The internet was not having it. A lot of people were just like, "Yo."
He got dragged too. Shit.
Oh.
Now that's why I said the caucasity, because that sounds like some white shit. So
Let's even blur the boy's face out. Like
for the audience members who don't know about what we're talking about in the room, who has not seen the video, you want to describe the video?
Yeah, so this is a viral video. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he's one of the OnlyFans girls.
Malik.
I was gonna say Malik Joseph. Malik Joseph. He posted a video where he went out on a date with someone. They had a really good time. Mini golf. They did a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And you got to the end, and he was like, "Yep, not my type. Moving on." He had to go.
He was like, "That's it, enough." What you say, Marquise?
The problem was, he said in the first 10 seconds, he's not really my type, but I want to date.
Did y'all catch that?
Nobody caught
Did
the
y'all?
first time he said it. I said,
But we're gonna continue to see where this goes. And what you say, Francis? You got something to say?
even my scene,
Hanging up.
I left a comment.
Oh,
What was your comment?
Annoyed. Nigga, you're not even that cute.
you not even that cute to be acting like this.
You got a fat ass, but you're not.
Hello? I felt so bad. I felt bad. Ooh,
I don't even know that.
what you say?
Somebody told me that.
That was so foul.
You were shaking your head. I thought you heard me.
Okay.
Um,
That was super foul.
It was messed up. You know, and
do y'all
then
feel like
I
this
see a
happens
video
lot in the
afterwards.
community?
What you say?
Like people just entertain people. You know you don't like this guy.
Yeah.
Post that. Have that. That should have been a group chat with your friends.
Exactly. You posted it?
That's probably what usually happens.
And Malik should have
Let me
dragged
clown this guy in the group chat with my homies. He took it a step further to get clicks and likes, and I don't think that worked out too well for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we hanging up.
Oh, he about to be. Well, we both hung up on that shit.
Hanging up.
We hanging up. Again,
Well,
and like we said, that was your favorite segment of our show, the hung up and the hang ups, and we were both hung up. I'm hanging up today.
period.
So yeah, but if you have a hung up or hang up or a suggestion for a topic, please email us at hunguppod@gmail.com. Right at the bottom, click this link. Email us right here. Okay.
All right, Tony. Well, you ready to move in because we have a special guest tonight. Welcome to Hunger Pod Live, Jaylatay.
Jaylatay, come on!
Thank you so much for having me.
He look good. He look good.
Oh, he look good, don't he? Y'all do too. Y'all
What's
look
up,
good.
Jay?
What's up?
Welcome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
so much.
here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm feeling good. The energy's flowing. Everything's feeling good. I feel like I should be like eating something in my mind. I don't know why.
What you want to eat?
Nothing.
What you want to eat?
There's options.
Plenty options.
I'll take the options. I'm always
The room
down
is
for
plentiful.
options.
Okay. The room is plentiful.
Go where the table is spread
Oh!
my Lord.
and the feast. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate being here. So I
Yes.
can't wait to chat with you guys.
Yes, it took you long enough to get here, but he has made it.
All my life I had to.
You know, all my life.
And when we saw Jay in the club, this was last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Jay
The
didn't
seed was
hesitate.
planted.
It was yes.
The seed was planted.
I want to be on the show. Let me know, and you've been down, so thank you. It's just awesome to finally have you here. We're looking forward to talking with you tonight.
Wonderful. Well, I want to say to the Happy Hour duo, I'm extremely proud of you guys, and you know, the sky's the limit, and so we just have to all push each other and celebrate the wins. So.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really, that means a lot coming from you. You know, I told you we don't know each other for a very long time. You know, but before we get into that, so we introduce you, you know, just from how the world sees you. How would you introduce yourself? How would you tell the people who you are?
Gosh, my first name is Jeremy. Last name is Taylor. I am Jaylatay Entertainment. I'm an MC, or hype man, as some people would call it in some parties or some areas. I'm one of the best, by the way, one of the best on earth.
Yes.
I am a DJ. I love music with all of my heart, every piece of it. So many genres run through my mind. I love them. So many. I can't even name them right off the top of my head. I'm an investor. Definitely deal with some stocks and cryptocurrencies and NFTs and real estate. And
It's
some
really
other-
interesting to me. I may have to pick your brain about that.
Let's do it. We can chat.
Okay.
I'm always, I tell all my friends and people that I know, like, if I see something, I'm like, you should really buy this. You know, I'm like, I bought it. I think it looks like it's a good trajectory.
Yeah.
And I always spread the news when I can, and especially when people want to talk about it. I'm also a respiratory practitioner, which is a big piece of my life. Over 20 years working in healthcare. And what that is I specialize in the lungs and codependently the heart and many other organs. But that was a big piece of my life.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I started doing anything about caring about people and wanting to do things for people. And what did that mean for me?
Absolutely.
So that kind of evolved into Jaylatay Entertainment as a part of that structure.
And where can the people find you at on social media?
You can definitely go to my Instagram at Jaylatay, Jayla. I say Jaylatay. You can also check me out my website at JaylatayEnt.com. I'm also on all the social media, everywhere you can find me somewhere, from Twitter to TikTok to Facebook
Bigo.
to Bigo. Yes.
Is that how you say it?
Bigo.
Bigo, because you know, speaking about Bigo, it's be too fucking much on the screen. I'm like, I cannot get
It's
into
like
it.
an arcade game or
I'm
something.
like, I don't want to push this shit. I'm like,
It's so much happening on the screen that
too
the fuck
much.
I done forgot what I'm talking about.
Exactly. I don't know how you do it. I done seen you in action on Bigo. I was like, I'm logging off this shit. This shit is making me
Oh, you
dizzy.
seen them in action?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I said, oh no,
Okay.
I can't.
Snoop Dogg, Rihanna was on.
Rihanna was on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we need
You
to
just be talking. Okay,
Rihanna
so
was on there for real. She was so good.
Rihanna.
Yeah, so you have your own individual page. So it's like you are your own entity on Bigo, basically. And you have your page and people come to it to watch your content. And so yeah, I joined like at the top of the pandemic and then I ended up with like 11,000 followers, and then I'm like doing a morning show daily, doing a DJ set every morning. it's quite profitable. If anybody looking to make some money, just talk to me. I can connect
well,
you.
we might need to.
But in the beginning, especially during the pandemic, it was. I didn't even realize like there are 450 million people on this app all around the world, and people are making money everywhere. And for this app, most people don't even know about it. Millions, hundreds of millions of people have no idea that the app even exists.
Yeah.
And people are making a living, literally making a living just working on this app. They do their shows in the morning or in the evening or whenever they do their shows, and then other little things on there. And speaking about the screen though, it's a whole gaming app. Like in real life, it's really a gaming app that kind of evolved into other things. So that's kind of why the screen does a lot of that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's based in Singapore. It's an Asian-owned company. It was Chinese-owned, and then some Singaporeans purchased it. So,
Awesome.
but you can really do some great things on the app if you're looking to do some stuff. So hit me up.
Wow, Jay.
Yeah.
So, Jay talked a lot about this medical background.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could go back to that for a second.
Yeah.
Because here we were prepared to ask you, talk to us about leaving the medical profession and why it was important for you to go into this entrepreneurship field.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you have not left.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
Oh, you did? It didn't sound like
I know my friend. He left. Because that was a big thing for you. A lot of your close friends, and we talked about this in depth. Oh, you sure that's what you want to do, baby? We know there's a certain check, with the medical field, and there's a certainty to getting that check. You've been doing this, taking a step to do our own thing, taking that leap of faith. And we all, his close friends say, hey, you ready to do this? You ready to step back fully from this side that you know you can do? There's a guaranteed money. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, my nails just grew back on my right hand because I chewed them all off. No, I'm just joking. No, sometimes I really ask myself, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
And then more times than that, I say, congratulations. Congratulations.
For taking that leap of faith.
Absolutely.
In yourself. It was really a leap of faith in yourself.
It's scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even talking to my partner sometimes, Melvin, I say to him, like, I don't know, like, I'm looking in the future and I'm a planner. So I'm looking in the future and I'm like, I need to make some changes, make some decisions. And I think that's what entrepreneurship is.
Yes.
And I think that is the fear, right? I'm looking in the future and I see, oh my gosh, if this doesn't work like this and this and this, how in the hell am I going to reach this goal? And I think that is how we find the win, is by allowing our faith in ourselves and our abilities and the things that we know that we can do to open doors. And even if the door doesn't open, maybe a window might. You know what? And I'm all right with a window.
You talk already. The doors of the church are open right now. Let me tell you something. That is a word. Yeah. But for the people who necessarily didn't understand or know your medical background, for you to take that leap of faith, what was it all about for you? Having this journey to entrepreneurship. What was it really all about?
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to take a chance to try something different. I mean, I think we all, like, especially Black people, we live our lives in a space where, our parents and people around us and even ourselves, especially, people who are LGBTQI, I feel like we oftentimes want to be successful in some way, right? We are trying to reach some goal and we want to make that thing happen. And especially when you're dealing with a career, you want that thing to shine. You want to show,
Make people proud.
Yeah, I did this education. I paid this money. I'm paying this money for this degree or whatever you're doing. And you want to make people proud, make yourself proud about that accomplishment. But I think also there comes a point where you have to do the things that really make you tick, that really make you feel good. And that's a risk, right? Because we jump out there to just hope. But you know what? I think that's where the win is. When you really take a risk and the shit look crazy to you. Like, I don't know.
I can imagine.
You get a check every 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Imagine
That's
not getting one
certainty.
for a month or two.
Yeah.
That type of uncertainty brings so much anxiety, and you feel really low at times. And I think something like this, when you are doing a podcast and doing something really amazing, and you're just pushing to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And I think this is just like that. And being able to be in a space where I could enjoy some of my passions as my job. That was my goal. And that's really kind of how it evolved. I wanted to do something different and try and go from there. That's really it.
And so you're a Southern native.
No, I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, you're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have a Southern native here. Yeah. So when did your journey in Philly begin?
Right.
I've been here just about 20 years.
So I feel like Jeremy has been able to see the club scene
Oh, definitely.
evolve.
Oh, absolutely.
Being as though that you've been here for 20 years, how would you say it's changed since you've been here?
Well, I mean, one of the big things, with promoters or anybody doing an event, I want to say one of my favorite parties of all time that I still log as one of my favorite parties of all time. Shout out to Simply Christopher.
Shout out to Chris.
For shampoo.
Yo, we
Let
were
them
just
know
talking
for the
about
people
shampoo.
who are not from Philly, though.
We were just talking about shampoo the other night.
Let them know for people who are not from Philly. Please speak right into that camera right here.
literally
Let them
was
know.
one of the
Spring
best
Garden used to be
parties
lit.
ever.
It was.
Ever.
It was.
I have some of the best memories of my life.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
At
Shout
that
out to
party.
Chris Hunter.
So shout out to Chris Hunter.
Yeah.
Simply Christopher for First Friday at
That was a
Shampoo.
time.
Yeah.
It was an amazing
That
time.
was a time, and it was jam-packed.
Yeah.
We had a huge space.
Yeah.
People came from New York,
Everywhere.
D.C.
I say he was the
Virginia.
starter. He started First Fridays, period.
Yeah.
Like no one was doing First Fridays.
I'm thinking like
until-
What'd you say?
2006. Was it before then?
Oh, yes. It was rough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, especially because
$1 million homes now.
Chris used to have a party. It was something Palace, and it was on North Broad Street. And that shit was in the house. I remember going to that party. Listen, we all went because
We
it was
called
an
it the
open
Sweatbox.
bar.
It was a
It was an
fucking
open
spot,
bar.
shit.
Yeah.
It'd be fights and shootouts, but baby, the music was good, and you was gonna have a good time.
And a good
so we
cheap
went.
drink. Yeah. So that was one of the parties that I think was monumental in the
You
community.
still remember that? Are parties still memorable like that?
I mean, some are, definitely in everything I do, I feel like it's memorable.
Big Bird.
Hello.
Period. So
Big
you make sure you
Purse.
follow that at Jaylatay. But I feel like that was a space in the world, in time, that was just different in partying.
Yeah, it was.
And I feel like we just had no holds barred. Like we were just ready to go out and be free. I mean, my
really
shirt was
were.
off. I promise you, probably every time my shirt was off, because I almost do it now, but especially then, I'm off. As soon as I come in, off myself.
Yes.
And it was just a really amazing experience. And I feel like, spaces. So this is the thing that people don't know that promoters deal with often, in my opinion. Trying to find spaces is never an easy thing. You have
Yes, talk to the people. Please educate everyone. Somebody's going to benefit from this.
Yes. Sorry, you have multiple meetings, multiple emails, multiple phone calls to just get one event.
And sometimes
in
shit
one
falls
party.
through.
And sometimes it
After
don't work
all
out.
those multiple meetings, multiple phone calls, multiple, sometimes it falls fucking through because we can't come to a consensus. We can't come to a deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, here in Philly, in particularly, something like Shampoo, that space is gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
And it just sits there. Is it anything
It's
in
an
there?
apartment or condos or something. Like they, spaces
It looks
become
exactly the
limited.
same.
Yeah, it does look
But it's
exactly the
apartments
same. I guess they said they changed it on the inside, child.
Working on the
Ain't different
inside.
See, it's working on the inside, not on the outside. Yeah. But I think you know, sometimes space is limited. Finding spaces that are not in center city as well, like that is kind of becoming a thing in Philadelphia specifically. And getting a deal that makes sense. And ironically, even when you're talking about Black, gay people, we drink more than most people on earth, I feel like, gay people in general. But then when you get a Black...
And I'm sure there's history and reasons to that.
Yes, I'm absolutely sure. But you want to make sure that people are getting a quality drink.
Yeah.
Like, these things are going to the meeting. You
That's
want to make
right.
sure that people getting a quality drink, that they're not paying astronomical amounts for these drinks.
All that goes
Like,
into
all this
it.
stuff is involved in the planning of an event. And you hope that the things happen that you plan. But it can become a thing.
Because you've seen a lot of transition, you know, with the Philadelphia club scene. A lot of evolution too. So I want to tell us, where do you think Philly shines as far as that particular space? And now you're on this side now.
Yeah.
So where do you think Philadelphia like really shines?
Well, I want to say shout out to Level Up Bar and Lounge, which is owned by Ken and Keenan. They're doing a great job. And we are one of the only spaces in America that has a Black-owned LGBTQI.
I'm sorry, say that again?
We are one of the only cities in America that has a Black-owned LGBTQI.
Are you serious? Now, I didn't know that.
One of the only cities in America.
Over Atlanta?
Absolutely. We are one of the only cities.
Over Atlanta?
LGBTQI, yes, absolutely.
So they have Black.
So those are Black spaces, but they're white owned.
Well, they're white owned. They ain't really Black. They're Black spaces when they make them Black spaces. Yes.
Oh, for the night.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right. Or
Gotcha.
for the series, they may have an event series.
But Level Up, you pull up Monday night, Wednesday night. It's the
Black.
same gay Black bar. You can go in.
Black
Okay,
people.
I got you.
So shout out to
I didn't
them.
know that.
Yeah, shout out to
So
Level
that
Up.
is another thing about our spaces and having opportunity and having other spaces for us to party with, which is a big goal for me. You know, I'm definitely going to open something. It's definitely coming. What it will be, I'm working through that.
Yeah.
Manifesting.
Say that.
I said, speaking and put it out in the
Oh, it's
atmosphere.
done. It's absolutely done. It didn't happen in the process that I'd hoped. I was working on some things prior to COVID, and they didn't quite pan out like I wanted. But, you know, things happen, and,
Absolutely.
you know, I was definitely down about that. But, you know, I know that I feel it. I know it's going to happen. How it's going to manifest itself is not
The
all
life
the way
that you desire is the life that you deserve.
Mm.
It is yours if you want it.
Get that
That's
on the
what's it.
shirt with the light under it.
A pillow or something.
Okay, that's a new shirt. Okay, come on, springtime. We got the new shirt.
Hey, that's
All right, we got it.
springtime shirt.
The life that you desire is the life that you deserve. And then speaking about, you know, manifesting, you know, I want to. We can't talk about this conversation without talking about collaborative efforts. We're looking about the Philadelphia scene. We look about people, you got the party over here, you got a party over here, you got a party behind this corner and behind this alley.
Yeah, because
Why?
we're thinking, like, when we go to Pride, we're kind of sometimes thinking, like, why don't we see more collaboration? Is that? I think that's where you're going, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, because you are on the inside, I expect to know some inside shit. You know, so why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? Everybody wants to shine on their own, but don't you think it would make more sense if we come together? I personally think that. I mean, but like, what's the deal?
Well, I think this is very similar to, like, if you will, branding, right? Nike, Reebok, Adidas, you know, they all have their space in the shoe community, and I feel like partying is the same in many cities, right? You know, there's a person putting on an event here, and here. It's about spaces. It's about where you can get a good deal, where how you're creating those events and all of that. I don't really know why. I'm always open to talk about doing collaborations. I do an amazing collaboration with the Main Event Philly, Les Crenims, and Sway Philly called Sweat. And that is a mega summer event that we do.
Biggest party.
And I really enjoy, you know, collaborations. I really do. And I would love to do more. I've reached out to some other folks, and it just doesn't always pan out. It's just kind of how it is, and I feel like, again, it's a branding thing. People want to, stick to their brand, and they know what they're going to.
It might help your brand.
Agreed.
When you link up with somebody.
Agreed.
Yeah, because we thinking like even with us. Right.
Get into it, Eric.
Like, I'm just using us as an example. We figured when we came together, we collaborated on this platform. It was kind of like, oh, I get to meet Tony's audience that I probably wouldn't have been exposed to, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Bringing the people together. And so that's kind of like what we thought about when we thought about how collaboration can be beneficial. And it seems like in Philly, it's more every man to himself.
Yeah, I think it looks more like that than it actually kind of is. I think there are, people whom have, certain kind of relationships with other folks that they want to maintain those collaborations with those people. It's about trust, money's involved. Contracts. It's things that are involved.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That we don't really see from a social perspective.
Correct.
That's important, and that's why I'm glad you're here to bring that perspective, because we see things as party goers, as patrons to these events.
Absolutely.
We have our opinions.
Sure.
We definitely want to get into some of those opinions and get.
Oh yeah.
But having you here will bring some perspective to some of these
Absolutely.
things. You want to get into some of that?
Yes, because you spoke about the premier black and gay, bar, right here in Philadelphia. Level up. And we gonna, level up is, if you need to know what it's called again, it's gonna be right here, level up.
That's why I have my party.
Yes, your party. Speaking about your party, I want to know the differences between these black establishments and the white establishments. Because I took a personal stand. I used to go out on karaoke on Thursdays. And they started charging on Thursdays, to get in. And I guess, karaoke is a hot night. And I said, oh, no. We paying $5 to get in here. I said, when it was free, I said, I'm not paying $5 just to sing again. I said, I'm done.
Just to sing again.
I said, I'm done. I said, you know what? Because it used to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I'm not paying $5 to sing again.
I'm not doing it. And I was going for like a month and a half before I came back to Level Up.
You really were going.
I was absolutely.
You was hot.
I said, they charge another fucking fee? And so when we look at it, Fridays is a fee, Saturdays is a higher fee, and Sundays is a little lower. Is it the same at these white clubs and these establishments? Because what is it? Is it about the money? I want to.
Well, I mean, I can't speak to their business model and what they're doing. I just know we do great work together. So I don't really know where that came from, or I didn't even know they were charging. I actually really enjoy.
Well, because you want to be elites. I mean.
No. They charge me. Trust me. Shout out to y'all. I love you, but no. I mean, I definitely will pay my way or whatever, but.
The bars you're going to.
Yeah. I mean, depending.
You're used to that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I didn't actually know that they were charging, but I mean,
see, he's so far removed, he don't even know that they charge on Thursdays.
They charge on Thursdays?
See,
I think if you get that after a certain time.
You can get there. Well,
okay.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, listen.
I'm not sure. I've not been here on.
I was how they put a flyer out. This is the new charging dates.
Woody's and Boyer's charging $30.
After what? After what time?
No, they charge
and what nights?
Every night.
They don't just charge
every night.
No,
they don't.
It can be as high as
Most
$60
nights.
to $80.
Yes.
Lord.
To get into.
Oh, well, that answers the question. That's what we're trying to figure out: is what are the black establishments doing compared to some of these other establishments?
Do they lose money if they don't charge to come at the door, but they could be making more at the bar? Like you said, we do drink a lot. So, like, what is it about? If I'm gonna pay a $15, $20, $30 ticket, I'm expecting maybe I can get a drink ticket when I get in there.
But club is not charity though. It's a business, so you got to keep the lights on like you pay tithes and offering
Yes.
church.
And
So
they're
you
on
gotta-
Walnut,
You can't
so-
expect to get these type of things in spaces for free because that's how they go out of business.
And it's supply and demand. We got enough
Correct.
people, so if you don't come,
They gonna come.
the other people will.
Oh, I'm sure of that. But they got enough people, but they ain't got enough space sometimes with these estates. You see what I'm saying? I'm just talking about any space.
Now I'm hanging out.
I'm talking I'm just talking about any space, you know.
Yeah.
But
And it says something and you know, there's something to be said about that, right? The only black owned space in the country, it sounded like.
Come on,
That
man.
we have this
One of the
small
best.
space. We have it and we are appreciative of it, but maybe it is something to be said, you know, and hopefully conversations like this, Level Up, keep doing their thing, throwing parties, we'll have more spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that's the goal, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know we gotta support financially.
Yeah.
And we gotta support in numbers. We gotta show up and fill these spaces as well.
Before we close out, Jeremy, I wanted to know, so recently, speaking about the collaborative efforts and the party promotion DJ space, it was a passing in with somebody who was very well known in that area, Mr. Frank Watson.
Yeah.
A very well known party promoter in New York. We stand on the shoulders of people, you know, who have been before us. And were you affected by that? Did you know Frank in any capacity?
I did know Frank. We definitely weren't close per se, but I did know him. We exchanged quite a few times in conversation just about business and just, you know, I've been to the DL where he had a major party on Sundays. It was amazing, really, really good space. Actually, I appreciate Frank in many other ways because I actually met my partner at his party.
Wow. Wait, the one that's in this room?
The one that's in this room.
Melvin, are you serious?
Look at that smile on his face.
Oh my
Bringing
God.
back memories.
5 years ago, I took a trip to just get away. I was working, of course, at the hospital, and I had a crazy week, and I went to New York City to just get away, and went to the Sunday day party and met my partner, and who is now my partner 5 years later still. And it was so Frank, even though he didn't know this per se, he was a big part of my current relationship and the love of my life, and part of that was you know, something that he created helped to funnel me to my partner.
He touched a lot of people's lives in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
I didn't know him personally, but even his passing, for someone who didn't know him personally, I could tell how he impacted the community.
Yeah.
So.
He definitely did his thing in New York. I think he was from Arkansas, and he just kind of made his way in New York City and did a great job. So shout out to Frank. May you rest.
Rest in peace, Frank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And all the promoters.
Yes, and all the promoters, you know, this space, another yet collaboration. And, you know, we're going to talk about business, you know, after this too.
Oh, yeah.
Because we want to work with you.
Love it.
We're going to work with you.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to put that out.
It's out.
It's out.
The
It's
cat
out.
is out the bag.
Hello.
bitch.
Meow.
Okay.
Well, there
But
we go.
that is our segment. That is our episode with the fabulous Jaylatay, Jeremy Taylor. And we love you so much. And thank you so much for being here.
I love you back.
And y'all already know we will put Jeremy's contact information in the episode notes so you know where to find him. Thank y'all for listening. This has been a great episode.
Another great episode of Hung Up Pod Live with Eric and Tony. World peace.
See y'all next week.
Woo!